A Kanban system is not meant to reduce inventory. It may do this as a side benefit, but if you select a Kanban system and use it purely with the goal of reducing your inventory levels, you are going to go in a wrong way and will probably not improve your organization. Hello, I'm Tom. Welcome to my channel where we talk about continuous improvement in an industrial setting. And of course, Kanban is a very nice lean tool to use to optimize inventory, improve flow. Well, yes, but there are a number of pointers that are really important to effectively use this very powerful tool so that it will improve your organization. Now, important is that many people see Kanban as a way to reduce your inventory and improve your flow. Well, it has a lot to do with inventory, but not inventory reduction as a goal. It is all about making flow for your process. A Kanban system makes sure that you always have the required amount of materials at your production location when they are needed. But it does this by basically making sure that you always have a supply. So even when you are not producing a specific product today or in the next hour, there will be the needed supply so that you would be able to produce. And this is one of the reasons why to some logistic planners, Kanban seems like a waste, like you are keeping too much stock. And they might be right. They will be especially right in an organization where the load on your production is really unbalanced. So some days see completely different products than other days. In this case, you could have shifted your inventory positions to be more favorable, have less space, but that is a side benefit from other lean tools. And Kanban will not by itself level out the production. So in a very unbalanced production, Kanban will increase the amount of inventory you keep. Then why is it so good anyway? Well, this flow improvement, it also really comes from not having to think. You see, when we implement a good Kanban system, we do the thinking up front. And when you're working to produce value, to actually make something for your customer, you do not have to think about the unimportant stuff like when to order some materials or do I need to organize everything in advance? No, it's already organized. You can focus on quality and getting that product shipped and making money. Now, how does Kanban do this? Let's go over two basic types of Kanban system. There are several others that are also very useful. But look, this is a 2-bin Kanban. We have an open box of stuff that you can take. So these are things you need to make your product. And then behind it, there is a closed box. And as soon as we are taking away products, we just keep this open box, even until the very last product. As soon as we take out the last product, we take away the whole box. This one moves forward and we open it up. Then the back place becomes available and you put a new full box over there. So in this system, a 2-bin Kanban, you basically always have 2 boxes, 2 bins of whatever material is needed. Now, you could really optimize the size of these bins to be really close to what you might need during the time of reordering a second box. But in practice, I would suggest if a box as you receive from the supplier of this material, if it is more or less okay and not too expensive to have 1.5 of those boxes standing in your production site, do that because it makes it a lot easier. If you go repack stuff that you get from a supplier into your own nice containers in a Kanban system, it just adds over processing to your system. Sometimes it will help, but know that you are always introducing a waste. So what do we learn from the 2-bin Kanban? There's always, well, at least one whole box, and at many times there will be a full box and half a box or even a second full box. So you've got 1.5 to 2 times as much inventory as needed, and there's a whole box of stuff sitting there. But here also, the good thing is that you know that there is always going to be a supply here. And the lost production time from having to search somewhere in your company for the same product when you need it is a lot higher than just putting the second box behind it. Also, when you really want to check when there's only 3 left, we order a new box. It works and it will be more cost effective, but it's just difficult. The second place opens up, that means we order a new box. The good thing is always, when there is no box, we order. When there is a box, we don't order. It's very simple. And a new box will always fit in this location. You have the space. Because if we order when there are only 3 stuff left in this box, there is a chance that we have not used these 3 when we place a new box. And then basically there's no room unless you again have room for 2 whole boxes. Or otherwise, there's also the chance that we would have wanted to already open the new box before it arrives. So it creates a bit of extra to safeguard your flow. Now, another typical thing you see in Kanban type of inventory management is that you place your product in designated areas. And you use a very, very physical Kanban. You say, we can have 3 pallets of a specific type of product, and when 1 or 2 are missing, we order so many pallets. So if we have this nice product here, let's call it product A, then we also reserve these 2 spots. So there are 3 places here where product A can be stored. Now, we also see an order of our product B. And as you can see, we probably could have ordered a little bit more of product B. For instance, this place could have been filled with a yellow pallet. And by doing that, especially in an unleveled production facility, you can optimize your shipping cost, right? You can order less frequently, bit bigger batches, and get some cost saving. And then you will see this place will be blocked. Then we order our normal quantity of product A. It has to go there. Well, okay, then we'll put it next to the shelf, and you start making a mess. So that's the reason why we allocate specific spaces to the product. And we also reserve this space when the product is not there. But you already see 2/3 of this warehouse is not currently being used. So many logistics professionals will say that this is an absolute waste and that their electronic stock management systems can do a much better job. But now comes the lean philosophy. We want to create flow. We want the stuff to just be there. We also do not want to think about the process while doing the process. That stuff needs to be doctored out beforehand. And this type of organized Kanban type warehouse makes it a lot easier for your warehouse manager, but also especially for your warehouse colleagues. They know where to put things. There is always room to place if you just follow the rules that were set out in advance. So it makes it a lot easier. Now the funny thing is that while in theory this will lead to more inventory, because, well, more inventory space, because there is empty space here, you just reserve things, but also because you keep some inventory on days where it may not have been needed at that moment. But in practice, it really can reduce your inventory levels and even the space that you need, because it creates so much more clarity and it forces you to think about what are my inventory levels, how fast is my production moving, and only this thinking by itself already will cause you to reconsider how you order from your suppliers, and you may even take a little bit more shipping cost to get this system nicely working. And if that then means that your process flows, but also that you always have your stuff, and that is very, very easy for your warehouse personnel to just order when needed. They don't have to make the decisions on the fly. In the end, you will have a working process, and a working process will make you lots and lots of money. It will make a lot more money than this little bit of floor space or rack space is going to take. So do not expect Kanban to reduce your inventory. If it does, good for you. There is a good chance it will, but never take it as the real reason to do it, and definitely not as the driving KPI, because you will get people wrongly focused. So it is about inventory, organization, not reduction. It is about improving your flow and making it very, very easy. Do not think while you are doing the process. Do your thinking about the process before, so that you can focus on quality and productivity. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, but also drop me a comment. This way of looking at Kanban system, how refreshing or new is it to you? How actually is Kanban used in your organization at this moment? And how do managers usually judge it? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And for now, I wish you the best of luck improving your flow, making sure that your people have the right materials at the time that they want to work and generate money. And as always, enjoy the improvement journey.